Hi, welcome back to the Amoretti kitchen. Today we are going to make a recipe that was sent in by one of our followers, Niara at Niara Cakes. Made some beautiful peach raspberry tarts, so we're going to make that recipe today, and we'll be using our raspberry artisan. Let's get started. So I have some fresh peaches and some raspberries that I've put in this bowl. If you don't have the opportunity to have fresh raspberries and fresh peaches, you can certainly use frozen. But because we're lucky to have fresh, that's what I'm using today. So I'm just adding 1 tablespoon of our raspberry artisan to the fruit. I'm going to let that sit for about an hour. You could let it sit for even half an hour. It would probably be just fine. But I want it to macerate, get all the flavor. If you're using frozen, just put your frozen berries in a colander while they defrost so that you can get rid of as much moisture as possible. Keep stirring these as you're continuing with the rest of the recipe. You want to get them coated. Okay, so we'll make some dough and some crumble, and then we'll start making our tarts. All right, so I'm going to combine the ingredients here. We just have some flour, a little bit of milk, some salt, sugar, canola oil, and olive oil. So just mix these together to form a dough. Once you get it all mixed together, divide it into 4, wrap them, chill them for an hour, and then you can make the tarts. It's a crumbly dough. There are no eggs and no butter, but you can form the tart shells directly into the little tins. Okay, so we have got a dough. I'm going to divide it into 4 sections and just wrap each one individually and chill it for about an hour. So our tarts do have a crumble topping, so I'm going to make that now. This is just plain sugar and some raw sugar, a little bit of flour, a bit of salt. I think I'll mix these first just to give them a little stir, and some cold butter. So just cut the cold butter into your other ingredients until they're small pieces. Now we're using our raspberry artisan today, but you do have the option to use other flavors. We have a lot of great artisan flavors. So any fruits that you're using in a tart can be enhanced with our artisans or our swirls. All right, so we have a little bit of crumble here. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and keep it chilled while we make the tarts. All right, so this dough has been chilling. I'm going to just form the dough tart inside the shell because it's a very crumbly dough. Can't really roll it out, but you can form it inside the shell, pushing it down and just pushing it over to the sides. The warmth of your hands will make it a lot easier as you go. It just warms the dough, so just push it into place. And then when the dough gets to the top, you can put your thumb on the side and press down so that it's even all the way around. So if you find that it's not even, push up the dough, take a little off the top and just put it wherever you need it. It'll warm up and come together as you work it. I have sprayed these tins before I put the dough in, so I suggest you do that. A light spray is good. I'm going to par bake these shells before I fill them. This will ensure that you don't have a soggy bottom from the fruit that we're putting in here. All right, so now I'm going to put some pie weights into our tart shells. If you don't have pie weights, you can use rice or beans. This is just parchment paper. I will chill these for about 10 minutes before I par bake them. I'm going to bake them for 8 minutes in a 425 oven, and that will just set the shell. All right, so now these have been par baked. You can see they're a little bit cooked, and we're going to fill them. This has been sitting. There's a lot of juice in here. I would suggest you drain it or just be careful when you're taking the fruit out that you don't get too much juice in there. A little bit is fine. So just layer your peaches and your raspberries inside the tart. I'm just putting a little bit of crumble on top, and these will bake at 425 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Just make sure it's brown on the outside. All right, so our tarts are done and they look beautiful. I think we'll just take this one out of its shell. These are a very nice recipe. Thank you, Niara Cakes, for making this beautiful peach raspberry tart with our raspberry artisan. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Amoretti. Please subscribe to our channel and our newsletter. We want to keep you updated on all of our discounts, our promos, and of course our giveaways. See you next time.